Young Musicians Unite is not just giving students a music education. We're using the classroom to transform their lives. We're using mentors, people who believe in them, who see something great in them, and are able to pull it out of them.
Young Musicians Unite is an incredible program, and their leaders are incredible advocates in our community for connecting our children with the world of arts and what it can do for them and their futures.
For me, music means a lot. Before I even started music, I had nothing to do at all at home. But then when they started the program, I was so happy.
When I come to practice, it's like I give myself an opportunity to extend my talents and actually see who I can be in life.
When I was growing up, I had the opportunity to have a free music education, and those mentors meant the world to me, and they changed my life. In 2013, I started to look around, and I realized so many music programs were cut across Miami-Dade. So I realized that if I grew up in today's world, that I wouldn't be a musician right now. So I said, let me see if I can make a difference one classroom at a time. My first focus was the middle schools. And then those students started to go to high school. And I said, well, I don't want to leave them. So we started expanding to high school. And then at one point, we started realizing that the middle school students weren't ready for music in middle school, and we're having behavior issues. So we decided, you know what, let's start with them in 5th grade. And that is the magic model of what Young Musicians Unite does. We're the only in-school music education nonprofit in Miami-Dade for grades 5 to 12.
What Young Musicians Unite does is a really unique blend of the in-school music education, and this is reaching students sometimes for the first time who have never gotten to experience the transformative power of music. But then there was the after-school component of these musicians that wanted to take things to the next level.
After the recession, almost every single inner-city middle school music program was cut in Miami-Dade. And the focus was put on double math and double science, and they cut the arts out of the school day, thinking that the students would thrive, that the students would do better. But that didn't happen. They started to check out, and they stopped showing up.
4 years ago, this school did not have a music program for middle school.
There was a room dedicated for music. However, there was no teacher. It was a challenge trying to bring in a teacher to a school that really did not have the funding.
They might not have the enrollment, so their budget might not be that high. And so the next year, if their enrollment goes down and their budget goes down, well, then they cut more and more electives.
As far as education-wise, students only had PE, and they had their intensive classes for reading and math.
And so YMU comes in and breaks that cycle.
1, 2, ready,
We reintroduce music back into the classroom, and we bring those programs back to life.
We have a 3-phase model. Phase 1, we come in, we pay for instruments for 50 students, and we bring 2 teachers into the classroom to be able to teach these students. Then throughout the year, we go around and we recruit, we perform, we show the elementary schools that we have a program in the middle school, we get people excited. Then the end of the year comes, and we go to the principal and we say, we have 150 kids that want to be in this class. So phase 2 happens. Enrollment goes up, the school can now pay for 4 classes and we pay for 2. And then our goal is phase 3, which is an in-school program, an after-school program, and a full-time music teacher. So we're going from 50 students in 2 classes to over 200 students, over anything from a 2 to 3 year process.
Well over 90% of the students that Young Musicians Unite works with are on free or reduced lunch and in Title I public schools, which means these are the students that need it most. But if you're a person who has had success in your life and doors have been opened in your life, these are the students for which you want to help open those doors in their lives too.
YMU brings that missing piece for me. They bring that middle school experience for my students who would not normally have an opportunity to benefit from a music teacher.
The engagements from the students, it's incredible.
When I was in a school that didn't have a music program, it was kind of boring. I used to get in a lot of trouble, and like now, when I saw an open door to come to the school and be in a music program, I took it and I reached the top of my potential.
Music is a great tool for us to be able to ensure that our students are actually staying in school so that they don't drop out and they actually graduate.
And so we've seen schools that take music and they place it right after or right before the subject that their students might struggle in most because they know they'll be most engaged. And through our programs, we've seen absences and tardies drop by up to 60%.
We're seeing grades going up, reading levels going up. Music is not just about music, it's about the whole child.
In the
One of the highlights of our programs is the after-school ensembles. These are incredibly passionate musicians. And so these groups are formed, these marching bands, these jazz ensembles, these rock ensembles, and they get performance opportunities all around the county.
YMU has helped me find what I want to do in my life. 4 years ago, I would have never thought I would be going into video game and film scoring, which I'm going to be majoring at Berkeley. YMU helped me film my Berkeley audition video, and that ended up getting me a pretty nice scholarship to be able to go there.
So we're seeing that lifespan of a student go from picking up an instrument to performing, to recording in a studio, to getting full rides to college, to actually being in the industry and performing on these massive stages.
Today, Young Musicians Unite serves over 9,000 students at 61 schools all across Miami-Dade County.
And the dream and the goal is to restore free music education at every single Title I school in Miami. And I want every child who goes to a Miami-Dade public school to know that feeling and to feel excited about music.